1974, 75.
Yeah.
You're camping on the Colorado River. What happens from there?
So a year before, I was up there with my first wife, Sharon, driving around in her Camaro, and we decided to go rabbit hunting, as you do when you're really bored, and in the town of Needles. And so I was riding around on the hood of her car with a .22. Never hit a damn thing. I was a crap shot at that point. And some of the stray ammo just wound up lying around in the car for like a year. And then we're back at the river, Colorado River, camping a year later. And I clean up the car for some reason, and I find this ammo and I just shove it in like like a hamburger bag. There was just some fast food trash in the car, and all right, full disclosure. Then we drop acid. Then I drive to town before I come on to get some hot dogs and buns. I come back, there's a campfire going, and my wife Sharon and her friend Lisa have made a campfire. I'm like, that's great, guys, perfect. And so we're all sitting there and we're on acid and cooking hot dogs, and the fire goes pew, pew, like this, and I go, what'd you start the fire with? And they said, oh, some trash bags that were in the in the car. I'm like, crap, and I grab everybody and we jump behind the car, and then bullets start flying out of the campfire and pinging the car. It got a couple bullet holes in the car. It was hysterical, although it could have been quite tragic. And then this other guy who must have been stoned out of his mind comes walking down the road going, hey man, people are shooting at us, man. I'm like, well, you might want to get down then. You do when you're a kid. And I wasn't even really a kid. I was 20.
Okay, what was your most intense drug experience ever?
Oh, probably that one.
That one.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd one with a pet lizard?
Yeah, I mean, I lived an unconventional life, but don't we all?
Well, how do you think that impacted your creativity?
Well, probably stunted it.
Really?
I probably had more brain cells. No, I mean, the dream that I had that wound up yielding a piece of artwork that ultimately was the inspiration for Avatar, I had when I was 19. So it was in that kind of experimental time period. So yeah, maybe it was helpful. That's a fair cop, but I certainly haven't done any kind of double-blind study to see how creative I would have been if I hadn't used the occasional psychedelic drug versus if I had. And I'm still pretty creative today, and I haven't touched that stuff in 50 years. So,
miss it?
Yeah. I'd fool around with it again. Sure, absolutely. I just, who's got the time?